Hi, welcome back to a match with Blue-White Heroic. Gonna be, on the draw, looks like. This hand is fine. It's a little land heavy, but we have a Hoplite on 2 or 3, depending on if we want to hold up God's Willing. Then we have a Stratus Walk to kind of draw some cards, scry, get us going. So I'm going to go ahead and keep. We are on the draw, so there's a good chance we'll draw some more action. Opponent plays Forest Pass. It's kind of what I like to see. Ooh, perfect. I'm going to hold the Strand because I'm not entirely sure what I want to get with it. I think I might want to get an island, so I'm not going to fetch right away. But just run the Hoplite out there. Turn 2, we can play Island into Stratus Walk. Draw a card and attack for 2 in the air. And start getting in there. We don't even have to, like, Hoplite can be our backup creature. Okay, opponent plays Wayfinder. Reveals Llanowar Wastes. And bins a couple of their Murderous Cuts, which is very good for us. Okay, so the Flooded Strand is going to have to get a Plains. I think I'm just going to attack for 1 and then play the Battle-Wise Hoplite here. Because now we know that our opponent has a bit of removal. I want to be able to hold up God's Willing when we commit to suiting up a creature. And I do want to suit up the Battle-Wise Hoplite anyways, because I get the Scry trigger and it's a little bit bigger. So okay, opponent decides to block. Save 1 damage with the block, which might not have been the wisest decision. Given that if I have like an Ordeal of Thassa, they get to save more damage by blocking if they wait. Okay, hopefully this 1 swamp is not a Murderous Cut. Oh wow, only have to worry about 1 Murderous Cut, which is very good. Looks like they're straight green black. Nyx Weaver, I don't know. Okay, it is Murderous Cut. Pretty sure. Or Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize would be bad for us. Okay, it's their last Murderous Cut. Targeting the Hoplite, which is fine. I can suit up targeting the Battle-Wise Hoplite, which is okay. It's smart of them to do it during our main phase. Oh wow, we drew another one. Okay. Well, now I'm going to fetch. And I think we're going to repeat last turn, but with Stratus Walk up. Or with God's Willing up, rather. Whoops, we'll just attack first. I really do want to start suiting up the Hoplite. The Battle-Wise Hoplite, rather, not the favored Hoplite. We're in a situation where our opponent isn't pressuring us, so we don't really have to end the game that quickly. And I really want to get the maximum value out of this Stratus Walk. So I definitely want it to target the Battle-Wise Hoplite. Another Wayfinder. Thankfully our opponent is out of Murderous Cuts, which is really nice. We only have to worry about like a few downfalls maybe, which is fine. Sagu Mauler, Temple of Mystery, is this? Yes. Okay, so they're Sultai. They're not just green-black. And they grab the polluted delta, which is interesting. Okay. Now, before I play land, I'm going to Stratus Walk the Battle-Wise Hoplite. We'll bottom this land. I have more than enough. Draw a Hero of Iroas, which I think is fine, but I would rather keep protection spells up this turn. Whoops. So what you just saw there was a classic example of Magic Online being extremely laggy. And I would have gotten in for 3 more damage, which might have been the key to closing out the game before Hornet Queen happened. But we shall see. Sidisi. It is a Sidisi. Please don't hit. Nope, they hit. Which is fine. Okay, so we draw another God's Willing. At this point, I'm going to... I have the Ajani's Presence to kill Sidisi if my opponent blocks. I'm not really interested in blocking right now. We're just going to get in for some damage. Opponent blocks the Wayfinder. Yeah, that's fine. They can just take 3. I'll play the hero. Pass turn. Our opponent hasn't drawn that well, it seems, so we're in a very good position here. But Hornet Queen is still problematic. Oh. They could have a Sultai Charm. That could definitely be a thing. If it's just the zombie, I will just take it. I don't really care about the just attacking for 2. I'm winning that race. But I would have taken the opportunity to get Sidisi off the table if my opponent had attacked with her. Nyx Weaver's fine. Carried it, it's fine. Get a Temple of Enlightenment. Let's see what we have coming first. I'll keep the Stratus Walk on top. It's basically like bottoming it. Like I get the extra draw, except I get a Scry Trigger and to make the Hoplite bigger. Then I think I don't want to. I'm not sure if I want to attack with everything or not. If I attack with everything, if I attack with, it's either attack with everything or just attack with the Hoplite. Because if I attack with Battle-Wise Hoplite and something else, my opponent just blocks the other thing with Carried, and it doesn't matter. So I have to either attack with everyone or just attack with Battle-Wise. And I think I want to attack with everyone this turn, and then just attack with Battle-Wise next turn. I want to get the extra point of damage in. I want to put my opponent under some pressure. And then next turn, Battle-Wise Hoplite will be big enough to do that on its own. because I will have the other Stratus Walk. But maybe I want a Stratus Walk. Oh wow, no blocks. Okay. So I can spend 4 mana to pump the Hoplite and the Hero with a Johnny's Presence, which deals how much damage? So I'm dealing 6 right now. Pumping them with a Johnny's Presence puts that up to, say, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the next turn, I sleeve up the Hero Stratus Walk and win. So I think I want to pump. 1, 2. Okay. I'm going to scry at the top again. And then opponent goes to 6. Even if they have Hornet Queen, they're still dead. They need to cast multiple removal spells this turn. And then they're still in trouble. Nyx Weaver did not flip over a creature for Sidisi, but that doesn't really matter. Opponent definitely should have blocked what the carry did last turn, I think. Should have blocked with something. There was, like, they were playing it a little too safe. Just taking the damage. Now they're in a lot of trouble. Leaving the zombie back is pretty smart. Okay, they milled over Hornet Queen and Courser. They don't have a Whip. Whip would have been a problem for me. But that's basically the only card that gets them out of this. So I think we're good. I think we just win this. And game 2 we get Erase and Stubborn Denial. What are we targeting with Nyx Weaver? We're targeting Murderous Cut? Sure. Wait. The opponent had... If the opponent had an untapped land, I guess they don't. Nope. I will God's willing that. Gladly protect it from black. And that's game. Doesn't really matter which one we target. Opponent is dead no matter what. Okay. So, like erases for sure. I like denials because their opponent's going to bring in a lot of removal. And I might like cruises, but I'm not sure. We'll bring them in just in case and see where they go. So now, what don't we want? Well, I like everything. I think... I don't know if we want races, actually. I don't think we need cruises. I think we're good enough as is. I don't think that we need all 4 Seekers. 2 is fine, because we're bringing a lot more interaction. And... Defiant Strike might not be great. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe Feat of Resistance is kind of bad because our opponent's casting Murderous Cut. And that's like, we don't want to be protecting a 1 mana. We don't want to be spending 2 mana to protect against a 1 mana spell. I can see that, especially because we have Stubborn Denials. We don't really need feats. This build has a lot more ways to be unblockable than the others, so we don't really need the feats for the one-time effect. I think we can cut 1 Stubborn Denial. I don't think we need all 4. I think we can trim 1 Defiant Strike. Our opponents are going to be giving us triggers by trying to remove our guys. So we should be okay with the God's Willings, the Ajani's Presences, and the Auras. So we'll go ahead and submit this. This would be great if we had a creature, but unfortunately we don't, so it is a mulligan. Our opponent, however, is mulligan to 6, so that's good. It's pretty bad, but it does have Hero into Aqueous form, so I guess I have to keep. Thoughtseize is a problem. Opponent either doesn't have Thoughtseize or declines to cast it on turn 1. That's fine. We draw another land, which is not good. I'm going to run it out there so I can thin my deck because we have to fetch anyways. Because this is my only creature, I'm a little inclined to wait to play it until turn 3 so I can get some sort of value out of, off of it. Maybe have a protection spell. But if I draw another creature, I'm definitely... Oh man, another land? Wow. I'm just going to go for it. I think if my opponent has a removal spell, I lose anyways. So, getting the extra attack step in, being able to scry earlier is going to be great. DC. Okay. And they miss. Well, that is great news for us. DC missed. Oh, wow. Okay. So, not going to be able to cast Stubborn Denial this turn. Because we have to Aqueous form. But, next turn... Defiant Strike is a great one. It turns on Stubborn Denial. And makes our guy bigger, cycles into more gas, hopefully. I can attack, get the Scry trigger, and then Defiant Strike be 4 damage to pump and filter our draw. So that's pretty good. If our opponent doesn't remove the hero this turn, then they might not be able to in future turns. Whip Verbose. That I would have liked to deny. But I think we can still race if denial hits something good. I'm pretty sure I just have to suit up the hero with Aqueous Form. Whip plus no untapped land is literally the only time that I care about casting denial. Okay, so opponent gets a creature, but nothing good into the graveyard. Let's see. Alright, let's get this Scry trigger. Seeker is pretty good. It's not ideal in that it's not like an Ordeal of Thassa, but I think it's worth keeping. Especially because we can cast it and hold up Stubborn Denial. And then if we draw like another Aqueous Form, or if we draw a Stratus Walk, Seeker gets really good at racing all of a sudden. But Ordeal of Thassa would be ideal. Would be an ideal draw. Okay, are we playing a removal spell? They're attacking first. Which is very smart. Seeing as I can't block the zombie, or they're downfalling the Seeker. I'm gonna cast Stubborn Denial on that. That was not good sequencing unless they have a Murderous Cut. Okay, so Sidisi gets a creature. I'm just going to block the zombie. I want to keep my Seeker alive. It's a great way to race. Wow, that was good. Alright, well, that lets the Seeker attack. And lets us go crazy. Pretty sure our opponent doesn't have a pump spell. If they did, they would have used it already. So, or sorry, another removal spell, like a Murderous Cut. Alright, well, I'm going to scry before I draw. I can bottom the hero. I want pump effects. Erase. Oh, that's good. Blocks. Alright, well, I have an effect before my opponent gets to untap, and while it gives me more buffs. Alright. Well, now this is really good. So it's excellent. The fact that we didn't play land next turn kind of disguises our bluffs a removal spell, unless this is a Thoughtseize. Opponent just doesn't have anything. Okay, well, that's the match. The deck just worked, functioned really well. Opponent might have played a little tentatively there. Not sure. Trying to Hero's Downfall before blocks was definitely a mistake, but I'm not sure how much it cost them, because we did draw quite well after flooding out a bit. So I'm not sure what else they could have done. I don't know. It was definitely looking kind of close there for a while until we drew the erase, Well, or deal into erase, really. Alright, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for